I'm sure you're aware, over the weekend the tariffs were increased from 25% to 50%. That was quite a shock to us. It comes into effect as of tomorrow. And anything that then goes through customs into the US after tomorrow will incur a 50% tariff.
How on earth are you planning as a business for this kind of volatility?
It's extraordinarily difficult. Clearly the 25% tariff as it was applied earlier in the year was a big shock to us.
We are losing business rapidly. As I said, a complete cessation of activity and orders with US customers, and the damaging effect of losing business in Europe as well. So I have confidence. It needs to happen really, really quickly.
And then the shock over the weekend of seeing 50% applied is really quite devastating, particularly to be able to plan where do we go next, what's the future for our business, the future for our customers.
So the deal that has been signed doesn't seem like it's provided you with any protection at all.
Not at this point, no. I mean, I'm very grateful of the work the government's been putting into this, getting to a point that we can see a pathway towards an arrangement, a much more solid arrangement for the future. I mean, our imports into the US are a fraction of a % of the consumption of the US market, but they're very important to our business and very important to our customers. I think if we can get this deal enacted as quickly as possible, and I guess my ask is, please, can the government act as quickly as possible on this?
For having me here, and thank you to the government, because I think their effort to make a quick deal was very positive. Of course, we don't think that this is a deal that is closed, in the sense that there are many questions that are still there. So what is the quota of aluminium that can go into the country? We don't know. And when it will start working with the quota, again, we don't know.
We haven't got the right defences against trade diversion in the UK.
Correct.
And Europe has.
Correct.
So we need to get those defences in place pronto.
Absolutely.
And why don't we have those defences in place?
Well, at the moment, the Trade Remedies Authority is undertaking an investigation.
And how long have they been doing this?
For a couple of months. I think we would certainly we really appreciate the work they're doing, because they are working hard, and we are feeding them with lots of information. But the processes are challenging.
Do they need to go faster?
They indeed do need to go faster. We're seeing the actions of the EU to defend their markets much faster than we experience in the UK.
We are going much more slowly than the European Union in defending our steel markets.
Correct.
My opinion is that these geopolitical events, whether it's pandemic, 9/11, financial crash, have long-lasting effects, and this is of that nature, in my opinion. And I have significant concerns about job security for the people that work in my plant and other metals producers around the UK. These events, these seismic events, like announcing 50% tariff at the weekend, are a catalyst for often for some kind of recession in the metals industry.
There's been a broad welcome for the fact that we have got the deal, but it's obviously clear that the tariffs have not yet been lifted. It's unclear when they will be lifted. The distribution of quotas is unclear. We've acknowledged it's a pretty seismic event for the industries involved. The protections that are enjoyed by our competitors in Europe haven't yet been put in place for UK markets, and there's a clear message that industry might need support to get through this extremely challenging moment.